This is the progress that I've made so far today. Now I'm going to get dressed and head into the city to meet my friend.
Make you singles right now? Thank you.
Good morning everyone, today is Saturday, March 8th. First of all, I want to thank you so much for interacting with my last video. I am always amazed that you have any interest in my life or what I make, so thank you so much. Yesterday I finished and uploaded last week's vlog. I worked on beading for the rest of the day before I had to go into the city. I just so happened to be near an anme, so of course I had to stop in. I was there to buy gifts, which I did do, and I was like, I'm going to leave here with nothing. I was feeling good, but then I saw her. She's just so cute. I had to take her home with me. I saw the boy version and I was not interested, but then I caught a glimpse and I couldn't help myself. I'm gonna complete the beading today. Hopefully I only have 25 rows left or something. I tried to calculate it and I think that I could complete a full one within 3 days if I worked all day on them. The only issue right now for me is that my neck and my shoulders really hurt from hunching over, so I'm gonna try to stretch as much as I can. My fingers hurt less. I think they needed a day to get calloused. So yeah, I'm gonna get started on that and I'll check in with you in a bit. It's just after 4:30 and I was able to complete this pattern. I'm going to paint the middle room a light orange. I had to cut this brush so I can paint back here. I'm going to go through this book now to find some patterns to make for my next 2 loom pieces. Do you guys ever look through a book and go like this to expand the image? I find myself doing that a lot. This is the current pattern that I'm working on. I just want to fill in these gaps up here. I need some little pieces to include. And in this room here, I'm just going to mix a deeper orange. Good morning everyone, today is Tuesday, March 11th, aka 311. All my screen names growing up ended in 311. Yesterday I got called in for a last minute shift. I need all the work I can get right now. I don't have any other jobs at the moment. Last night I tried to sew in the threads on my beading. I'm having such a hard time. I don't know how to do it properly. I watched a YouTube tutorial where they weave in the strings at the end. Their piece had a lot less tension than mine, and I can barely fit the needle back through. I think that if I copied this method, it would stretch the piece out, which I do not want at all. Figuring that out, I was thinking I could find a place that cuts mats, and I could place the beading within the mat as an inlay. It would just be flush to the mat and hide all the strings. Today I'm going to continue working on the collection projects. I'm just going to set up a template for each of the 3 new ones in Photoshop. I need to photograph some more items to cut out. I did 20 so far already today. I'm going to cut the piece off the loom and hopefully restring for the next pattern. That's what I did last night. I actually finished a new pattern. I want to get to work on that Tomorrow I have errands all day. I have therapy and then I have to immediately go get a haircut. I want to go to Patagonia to switch out my backpack. I've had it since 2016, I think, the first time I went to Japan. Just because we were staying at so many places, we didn't want to have a check bag, so it made sense to have a very sturdy carry-on. And I love this backpack. It's just worn out at this point. It looks like there's like burn marks on the top part of the fabric, and maybe go to Muji and get some travel stuff. So there's a lot of variables that need to get tended to. I'll probably check back in with you on Thursday, and let's get started. This is the new pattern I made last night. This one has 79 strings. I learned from last time you really need to tuck the string into the notches, otherwise they slide around and the warp thread gets loose. These are the colors that I'm using. It's much more simple than last time. It's going so much faster this round. I think it's because the thread is tighter and I've had the experience of completing the last piece. Also, I realized I can bead on the table instead of in my lap like I usually do, so that'll take some pressure off my shoulders. So I have these 3 pages set up. I'm working on all 3 of them simultaneously. I have a folder of items I haven't used in a previous collage. I'll continue to work on these tonight. Hello everyone, today is Thursday, March 13th. I have a deadline I need to complete today. I need to finish the 3 collages for the collection project zine and then put that together as a PDF. I'm very close to finishing those. I need maybe a handful of items for each one, so I'll go through what items I do own and see which ones I haven't photographed yet. I also need to make the flyer for the show, which is actually very stressful because I don't know what I want it to look like. Just thinking about having a really simple flyer because my work is so visually stimulating. The title I'm going with for the show is Collective Compulsion. I like to have my show titles to have multiple meanings. It's really cool to see now that I have a cohesive visual language, or so I think. From the pink house in a few episodes ago where I pieced my sticker collection together, to the beaded patterns, which contained a lot of smaller patterns, to the collection project scenes where I have to place all the objects together and find the arrangements that fit into one another. And also the wall insulation I'm going to set up with found objects that I've collected throughout the years. They just are placed in a way that completes a bigger puzzle, and that's really cool to see. Like, even though it's different mediums, it still reads as one idea, I think. I don't think I'll put out a video next Friday, unfortunately. I really need to just focus on making the best work that I can for the show. I will try to edit the footage at the airport, and if I can, I'll upload it in Korea. I will take you along with me today, and I'll check back in with you at the end because it is Thursday, so I'll see you in a bit. This is the progress that I've made on the second pattern. Here I am expanding the canvas size to double the width. This will give me the space to store and add items so that I can play with different variations. Okay, so I just finished the 3 collages. It's just about 5 o'clock. I'll insert them here so you can see what they look like. That's all of them together, and I think it looks awesome like that, as one piece. I got these glasses yesterday. I don't have the magnifying glass in because it hurts my eyes. Okay, so see? Aren't these awesome? I know I look silly as hell, but this will help me work on the loom when it's dark out. But yeah, things are happening. I wanted to have a little chatty moment about yesterday. You saw I got the new Patagonia bag. I highly recommend you getting a Patagonia bag because you can always exchange it when it gets worn. It's really awesome policy. It's like LL Bean does the same thing, but I got a brand new backpack. It looks great. I'm happy to start fresh. I realized that tomorrow is not the 15th. Although I tell you the date when I begin each segment, I actually don't pay attention to myself. And the zine isn't due until Saturday, neither is the flyer. So I have one extra day, which is awesome. I feel so relieved that those are done. I am so tired and my head hurts from staring at the screen. I'm going to continue to stare at the screen and edit this video so I can get it out for you tomorrow. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate all your support, and I'll check back in with you when I can. Bye.